everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be ranking my end of month movie rankings. So without further ado, this will include all new theater releases, everything that I've watched and reviewed on my channel, everything that I've rewatched, and everything I have not reviewed on my channel. But I did watch Aliens, to the new Aliens Romulus release. And the only movie from this franchise that will be included is Aliens Romulus, because I did film a video where I ranked the entire Aliens franchise. So the only movie that'll be on this list from that is Alien Romulus, because it is a theater release. Now, without further ado, get right into my number 10, and that number 10 will be Human Centipede. Now, this movie I feel like everyone is familiar with or kind of knows the concept of it, mainly because it's its name. And I definitely do think it does live up to its name of being disturbing and something you don't really want to watch every day. And I definitely got that feeling when I watched it. So I definitely expected it to be worse than it was, but it definitely was not a pleasant watch either. It was definitely a very gross movie, but more of a psychological movie than what I expected it to be honest. And just about at number 9, I have Trap. Now, this is also a new theater release that came out this month, and I can honestly say this movie kind of frustrated me a bit. The biggest thing with this movie, I will say, is I do think there were some good performances from the main actor in this, but what killed it is the many things that just lined up in this movie. There's some things in movies you can just look over and be like, okay, yeah, it's a movie, you know. But there's just so much things in this movie. I made a whole video and pointed out a lot of things in this movie that just did not make sense, or just so many things. It just kind of in your face. There's just too many little things that added up and just did not really make any sense or would not happen in real life. And I know it's a movie doesn't have to be realistic, but you can only take so much, and this movie definitely kind of does overdo it. It also feels like this is just trying to show off his daughter's singing ability, which isn't bad if you want to help your child, but this is a horror movie, not a showcase. But she's a good singer, I would tell her that. 8, I Saw the TV Glow. Inherently, this movie is not bad. This is a movie that got released earlier this year that I finally got the opportunity to watch. And I can say this movie is not inherently bad. It is just not for me. This is not my type of movie. This is not something I regularly watch. So that is why I have it here at number 8. It is not a bad movie. It's just a movie not for me. I know a lot of people resonate it with, and I do think it's unique. It's just not for me. And at number 6, I have the newest one I've seen, a new theater release, Afraid. The biggest thing about this movie, the biggest hammer thing I want to say that I didn't like about it, is how much it hammered into the message every single time. You don't really get a break from it. At least that's what I got. But me and my friend that I went with had a conversation about what we thought. So I will say that was kind of cool to kind of have a conversation about the movie and just say what we thought, you know? So I definitely do appreciate that movie for what it is. It just was not my type of movie, and I just feel like it really tried to hammer in a message. And above that, I have Urban Legend. Now, again, this was a movie I think a lot of people are familiar with, or the concept of it. I definitely just had more of a good time with it. I do think I did enjoy it. I didn't think it was a masterpiece, but I definitely appreciated it, and I have a good time with like 80s and 90s movies, so I definitely did like this one a lot. And just above that, I have Immaculate. I finally watched Immaculate. Now, I watched the first Omen first. Okay, I do want to say that because I think there's a lot of comparison in this movie. The biggest thing about Immaculate is I definitely do think it was interesting, the approach that they took, and I think Sydney Sweeney's performance is really great in this movie. However, the ending just did not hit me. Like, I understand it got hit with a lot of people, but the ending did not really hit me as much as I thought it did. I feel like I forgot a little bit about this movie, but the ending did not really hit me as much. And if I'm being honest, I definitely preferred the first Omen over this. I do like the first Omen, the Omen movie, I will say that. But I enjoyed the first Omen more than this, even though they are very similar in concept. I just enjoyed the first Omen more, if I'm being honest. And just above that, I have American Mary. I didn't know this movie existed. I just found it randomly because I saw some video of people talking about it. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch it for myself. And I will say, I definitely enjoyed the approach they took in this movie and how they kind of showed how Mary became the person that she did. I know some people will say it's a cult classic and love it, and I totally get that. I'm not 100% in that camp of love it till I die, but I appreciate it, and I liked the approach that they took. I liked Mary's character. I thought it was very interesting, her approach to it. I also enjoyed the character, I forgot their names. Beatrice, I want to say it's Beatrice. I know it starts with a B. I definitely enjoyed that approach. The ending, I do as well want to say on the record, I think it's a very appropriate ending. I know people might not agree with it, but for the movie's purposes, I do think it was an appropriate ending. I don't think it was the best ending, but I do think it was an appropriate ending, and I appreciated the ending. Even though some people might not like it, I appreciated this is a whole movie, and I definitely enjoyed it. And I definitely I like American Mary 100 times more than I liked American Psycho. So, and I'm not a huge fan of that franchise of Revenge Essay, but I enjoyed this one quite a lot. And just above that, I have Cuckoo, another theater release. I like this movie. I definitely thought it was unique and weird. I like the character of Gretchen in this. I think the actor did a great performance. I really enjoyed it. I just really liked a lot about this movie. There's a few things I really wasn't a big fan of, but I definitely love this movie. I definitely think it will be a lot of people's up in the top 10 of the year, to be honest. But I enjoyed it. I really like Cuckoo. And I think people should go out and check out if you haven't. I hope people have, a lot of people have checked this out, but Cuckoo is up there. And just above that, I have Drag Me to Hell. Again, this definitely has, a classic name. It did take me a while to watch it. I found out about it like 2 years ago, and I finally watched it. And I definitely know the message it's trying to say about bank tellers at the time, what it was saying about it. I definitely kind of I really liked the character of Christine and just how her and the movie enacted out together. I just really enjoyed it's a cult classic. It definitely deserves its name, classics. It's just a great movie overall, and if anyone has not seen it for whatever reason, go watch it. And my number one this month is Alien Romulus. Now, I have been a casual Aliens fan. I also have a cool little popcorn bucket at the bottom of my shelf here. I enjoyed this. I loved the art they put into it. I love how the way it was shot. It gives me a lot of resemblance of the first one. I enjoyed the fan arts that they did in this. I know some people said it was a bit much, but I enjoyed it. I really liked this movie, and I really enjoyed it. And it is just a great movie overall. I do think it takes it back to how the original was, and I enjoy that. And I'm a huge fan of this. I really like the characters and the motivations of how they got there as well. I don't really have anything negative to say about it, it's their number one for a reason. So, let me know what you guys think. Did you see these movies? Did you like them? What's your guys' number one movie of the month? I hope you guys liked this video, and if you do, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to hear more from me in the future, and subscribe and click on notifications if you want to get notified when I release my ranking every month for the rest of this channel. And I will see you guys soon with a brand new video.